Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the monthly for February 2017. As always, we're going to be quickly covering what's going to be coming this month on the channel, and then of course we have the extraordinarily lengthy Q&A with, I think, over 140 questions, which is double that of the biggest Q&A we've done before, so damn. If you do have a question that you would like me to answer, as always, leave a comment on this video and I will do my best to answer it in next month's monthly. And again, before we get onto this month's Q&A, just a quick little discussion about what's going to be going on this month. It's a very strange month. There's a lot of, I suppose, unique things happening, and that's not some kind of pun about unique weapon guides. There may or may not be some things that I can't talk about yet, but that will be happening this month. This weekend is RTX in Sydney, which is the Rooster Teeth Expo, and again it's this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, which will be the 4th and the 5th of February. So if you are going to be at the RTX Expo in Sydney this weekend and you want to meet up, be sure to hit me up on Twitter. You can find a link to my Twitter page in the description. Now, as usual, we're going to have the standard, Skyrim videos, standard guides. The new Elder Scrolls discussion series has kind of kicked in and you guys seem to be enjoying it, so that will be continuing. I went on holiday for a week just last week and did a whole bunch of video idea brainstorming. So there's heaps of new video and series ideas that I've come up with. So they're going to be kicking off, and I'm also planning on finishing some of the older series that I've had around for a while and haven't really been tied off yet. So it should be a pretty cool month, pretty busy month. Yeah, I mean, just this week alone is going to be busy, but it should be jam-packed with cool stuff, a couple of vlogs, and continuing series that you want to see, Skyrim videos that you want to see, Elder Scrolls videos that you want to see, and some new video series that hopefully you want to see. Anyway, so that's what's going to be happening this month on this channel. Let's get into the Q&A, and if I'm looking here or here, that's because that's where the questions are located. So you'll have to just put up with that. First question, one-handed or two-handed? In Morrowind, two-handed. In Skyrim and Oblivion, I would go one-handed, definitely. Damn, Sonny, it's like you have 4 eyebrows. Yeah. Ah, philosopher. Anal? Yes, always anal. Camel, do you agree Doom should have been higher on Angry Joe's top 10 best games of the year list? If not, see you in hell. I haven't seen Angry Joe's top 10 games of the year, and with that, I don't know where he placed it. But he can place whatever he wants wherever he wants. Jesus, alright. Hey, you panty-wetting beast, do you think that having one definitive ending to a game, be it RPG or not, is more satisfying than a less impactful one that allows you to carry on with your game? Which do you prefer, an endless gameplay or a new game plus kind of deal? Alright. I prefer one that lets you continue on. New Vegas annoyed me when it ended. Oh, Maddie. When the fuck did Aragon get here? And so begins the comparisons to my face to other people's faces. So there's the first one, Aragon. Not the worst person to look like. Oh, the lovely friend of mine, Cancer, asks, an Australian Jesus. That's funny you should say that, because that's actually what Brian T. Delaney, the voice actor of Fallout 4's male protagonist, called me at E3 when he met me. He met a whole group of us, but that's what he referred to me as, was the Australian Jesus. As a fellow Aussie, I gotta ask, what your favourite beer is? Also, do you think the next Elder Scrolls game will be like Fallout 4, with base building and settlement management? I don't think that I just have a favourite beer. I'll generally go for a pale ale or something like that. I don't drink beer heaps, but when I do, again, I'll go for something like that. And I really hope to God that in the Elder Scrolls 6 they do not implement Fallout 4's base building settlement management. That's how I feel about that shit. Oh my god, Camelworks, is Jesus holy Batman dickballs? Again, Jesus, I'll take it. Grow a full beard, get rid of the porn stash. No! Just as Ryan says, no. What if Bethesda stopped making games? What would you channel be then? What? Also, you look like Jesus, fucking hell, from The Walking Dead if you had a beard. Alright, if Bethesda stopped making games, I'm not sure. I would sit back, relax, think it out for a while. Even then, if they stop making games, I still have years worth of content to make on the games they already have out. which would be plenty of thinking time to think about what the hell I would do with my channel. And Jesus from The Walking Dead, you guys decide whether I look like him or not. In your next video, can you say grab that boy with no context at a random point? Well, now you'll have to stay tuned. Sorry Carol, Brazil is one of the dumbest movies I've ever seen. It's right up there with Rubber. and that is a movie and that is a movie about a tire that kills people. Oh, that's gold. That movie wasted 2 hours of my life. Oh man, I have to watch Tyre now. But Brazil is genius. Whether you like it or not, it is genius. It's sitting at 8 out of 10 on International Movie Database, and it's got 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. You don't have to like it, but saying it's dumb is ironically dumb. You have a bright future, Camel. Ah, thanks. Keep up the good work. Also, you look like Skrillex. Get as much hair as possible on one side. Yes. I can imagine Camel as a badass Brotherhood of Steel member. Yeah, can you put me through to Todd Howard, please? Thank you. Todd, it's Camel. Yeah, we met at E3. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, remember my camera wouldn't focus? Yeah, that's me. Yeah, look, I just need to let you know that the people have spoken and they're saying that you have to put me in as a Brotherhood of Steel member in the next Fallout game. So can you, just sort that out, please? Alright. Alright, see what you can do. Thanks. That was weird. Always thought your hair was brown. It is brown. Brown. Just brown. I'd love a camel with a moustache mount. That makes it sound like there's a camel riding a moustache as a mount. But anyway, I know what you mean. Actually, I know how to make mount mods. Maybe that's something I have to add to my mod list. Yes, you should definitely make the camel mount with a mustachio. More curating curiosities would be cool. It would be cool, and you might be interested in knowing that February might be the return of the old CCC. Camelworks, I love the old Curating Curiosities videos, so have you got that mod yet so you can do CCC? What this guy's referring to is I didn't want to continue the Curating Curiosities series until I had sufficient mods for Skyrim Special Edition to make it look really good. And you'll be glad to know we're at that point. As you can see on screen, it's looking pretty crisp. I'm happy with how the lighting looks, the weather, the flora, the animals, the models, and most importantly, the textures. So again, I'm happy with how this is looking, and I'm prepared to begin making the Curating Curiosities video once again for Skyrim, now that I have it looking so nice. And it runs smoothly at 60 frames per second, unlike the Skyrim Standard Edition when I modded it out to look epic. It ran at like 30 frames per second. And given my computer hasn't changed, I think that's definitely testament to the fact that Skyrim Special Edition's engine is way better. Oh, more flattery. Handsome bastard, alright. Ha! In case of an upcoming Q&A, I have a question for you, dude. Have you ever played any of the Dragon Age games? I played Dragon Age before I started playing Skyrim 2 years ago, and The Elder Scrolls is so much better. Oh, and also, I was watching your CCC series and seen that about half of them are down or privated. Why is that? The CCCs that you can't watch are ones that I haven't made yet. They're not privated or down. They just haven't been created yet. And I haven't played any Dragon Age games, and I probably won't. I've never even thought about it. Hey Camel, if you'd have to choose between... Why is that so hard to read? Hey Camel, if you'd have to choose between being the Dragonborn or being a Daedric god, what would you pick? I assume you mean Daedra, just as in the entity, they're not gods, although they are, immortal beings that are worshipped, but I know what you mean. Dragonborn or Daedra. And I would choose Daedra because they're pretty much immortal, and not only are they immortal, but they survive the Kalpa, which is the death and rebirth of Mundus. Have you ever played any of Dark Souls games? If not, you should definitely play Dark Souls 1, which is far superior to the second and third games. I haven't played any of the Dark Souls games, and I think that I would become incredibly infuriated and just rage quit constantly. Are you related to D'Artagnan? Ah, and the time has come to look up people I look like. D'Artagnan. Alright, I'll take it. Will you do an Easter egg video about Dishonored 2? Probably one day. The Dishonored Easter egg video I did took like 3 weeks to make. Yeah, I suppose I just want to give people more time to find all of the Dishonored 2 Easter eggs. And at the moment, I still cannot get Dishonored 2 to play smoothly on my computer. So I haven't even been able to get past like the first mission yet. No, I'm on the second mission, but it's really, you know, you turn a corner and it goes to 12 FPS. Like my speech just then. Do you have Snapchat, Camel? Can I add you? I've got a personal Snapchat, but I'm considering getting one for the channel. Do you like Opeth Good Sir? It is my absolute favorite band, so I would like to know if you have heard of them. I have heard of them, and I have seen them live. Are you going to finish Doom? Maybe. I'm tossing that up. I'm really close, and I kind of just want to finish that Doom guide series just to finish it. Although it would take up several days to complete it for next to no views, which is something I have to consider given that YouTube is my job. But yeah, that's where I'm at. It's a grey area whether I'll complete that Doom series or not. Camelworks, you look like Dracula. The old canine. You look like Drew Galloway, and would you ever play a Total War game? And who's better, Dawn Guard or Vampire Guild? I would say Vampire Guild. I actually don't give a shit for either of them. I can't even picture what Total War is, so I'm gonna say no, I wouldn't play those games. And finally, Drew Galloway, who looks a little bit like Thorin from the Hobbit movies, but apparently I look like him, so. Have you met Drew from Fudge Muppet? I have actually met Drew from Fudge Muppet, except I didn't know he was Drew from Fudge Muppet at the time. This was before they announced that he was the third member, and I was seeing Rogue One with Fudge Muppet. And they said, hey, this is Drew. And I said, hey, Drew, what's up, bruh? And then we saw Rogue One. A Dwemer Steamworks Camel in the next Elder Scrolls game. One sec. Todd, yeah, it's me again, yeah. Yeah, look, I've had some more feedback from the audience, and before, you know, you worry about unique weapons or good quests or anything like that, there is something much more important that needs to be fixed. We need a Dwemer Steamworks Camel in the next Elder Scrolls game, alright? Yeah, try and build it into the main story or something like that. Cool. Alright. See you at E3, dude. It takes a month to create an Easter egg video? I thought those types of videos take a year. No, they don't take a year. The Oblivion Easter egg video took me like 6 months to make, and that included all of the research time. Then the actual filming and editing and all that shit took a month to make, which is ages, dude. Considering to sustain a decent income, I need to pretty much upload a video every 1 or 2 days. Releasing one video for a month of time is brutal. Elder Scrolls Detective, Ebony Warrior. Maybe. I don't know if there's enough of a backstory for him, but there's one way to find out. That Ethan Klein impression was spot on. Fuck. Oh, I'm not doing that again for a while. Jesus. Hey Camel, I love your content, and I wanted to ask, what race do you think is going to be in the next Elder Scrolls game? Also, what race would you like to see? I would like to see the Naga, Imgar, or Lil Mothit. Well, I want to see every race, and for any particular race to be in the next Elder Scrolls games, it pretty much needs to be set in a particular province. So I don't really care what we see, I just hope that they do put province-relevant races in, such as the Snow Elves in Skyrim. I think the Elder Scrolls 6 should have skills, attributes, and birth signs like Oblivion. I agree. Hey Camel, I live in New South Wales and was looking to start a channel like this, but do it differently and maybe with more games. Do you have any advice? Also, do you know Elder Scrolls Online, the YouTuber from the UK? I don't know what that means, but if you want to start a channel, my advice is for people who want to make content, make videos that you would want to watch. If you want to watch them, someone else probably wants to watch them too. Please do more ESO. Besides the weapon and armor styles that I already do, I don't really have any plans for Elder Scrolls videos. With that said, I'll probably make one. There's something interesting happening very soon. In fact, in 5.5 hours of me filming this, the Elder Scrolls Online is going to have something new revealed, and it's thought to be a Vardenfell expansion, which is where the game Morrowind was set, which of course you probably know I'm fond of. So with that said, I'll probably make a video about that. The way you explain stuff is just... well, thanks, I feel like I'm a stammering fool. Are your eyes is blue or just contacts in the video of this video? By the way, it's beautiful. My eyes. They probably look more blue than they are because the screen is kind of blue. That's why my skin looks ultra pale, for example. So that's the screen off. And now I look more yellow than normal because the light's yellow. But you know, you get my drift. Anyway, my eyes are... I'll put up a picture, it's so much easier. They are this color, which is like a mixture of blue and green. But as soon as you get like that far away from my head, they just look like stone grey. Camel, would you want to see a Fallout 3 remaster? That's probably never going to happen, but sure. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Don't you do Fallout because I sub for Fallout? I'm Australian, I'm on the Sunshine Coast. Fallout's kind of out of fashion at the moment, but I do have some Fallout stuff planned. Camelworks, why does everyone like Fallout New Vegas more than 3 or 4? I don't know, I just think it's a better game. What are your favourite types of YouTube content to watch? I actually like watching Q&A videos. That's why I'm kind of keen to do Q&As for you guys and girls, because again, I find them interesting to watch, so that probably means someone else finds them interesting to watch. Hey Camel, I've been a fan and a subscriber for a long time, and I'm happy to see you're still putting up good quality and funny videos. My question is, what is your most favourite non-Bethesda series when it comes to lore? Mine is the Dark Souls series. Non-Bethesda. Okay, so interesting. Dude, easy. Warcraft, World of Warcraft. Played Warcraft 2, Warcraft 3, and then I have played at least World of Warcraft from vanilla till Legion, and I've played on and off, and I think its lore it's pretty rich. I love Warcraft lore. This is my question, are you going to remember to do your February monthly? Also, what is a good roleplay for a Khajiit? Well, surely the fact you're watching this answers that first question, and a good roleplay for a Khajiit would be a cutthroat/thief. I love feeding lorikeets, mate. Anyway, how do you find making longer vids and how much do you like Fallout 4? I don't like it anyway. Best of health. Well, I'm glad you wish me the best of health. Longer vids are longer vids, I suppose. My motto's usually been a video is as long as it needs to be, and it takes as long as it needs to make. So although I would love to release a video a day, sometimes a video might end up taking 3 days to make, and instead of being a nice 5-minute video, it ends up being a 17-minute video, and again, it's just to create what I wanted to create. It took however long it took, and it ended up however long it needed to be what I wanted it to be. With that said, I think anything, once you get to like 40 minutes onwards, it gets a bit like, alright, that's a little bit too long. Especially when I'm making incredibly heavily edited videos. 40 minutes of heavily edited footage takes a week, if not weeks, to make. I didn't know you lived in Australia. Well, greetings, fellow Australian. Hi. Can you run your fingers through your hair? Ugh, it's so wet. It's so freaking hot here. This is the first time I've seen you. Was shocked, by the way. Love your hair. Yes, they call me the electric eel. How is it to live in a first works country? I don't know if that's a pun on Camelworks. Yeah, it's good. Although Australia is too hot. Fucking holy crap, you look like Frank Javsey, dude. Frank Javsey. Yeah. Okay. Fucking yes! How do you and Fudge Muppet sound exactly the same? It's weird. I don't think we do. You were so much more handsome than Fudge Muppet. Sorry, boys. Have you seen Game of Thrones? I have. Your glorious mane is one of the wonders of the world. When did this grab that boy meme start, and how do I end it? Don't worry, it's gone. Are you going to be in Are you going to be in fuck, I can never say this guy's name, dude. Grolvanas. Are you going to be in Grolvana's podcast? And P.S. I know your secret. What the fuck does that mean? I don't even know my secret, so that's really creepy. Am I going to be in his podcast? Not as a host, but I did tell him that I'll definitely come on as a guest. I think you look like a more handsome incarnation of myself. I wish I could grow a mustache like that. What do you think, Camel? The trick is the mustache. Grow the mustache and we'll look identical. Oh, nice. No H3HD. How case even though they are in thumbnail. No better than Keemstar or Scarce. Easy unsub. You're pretty fucking retarded, mate. Camelworks, what do you use for your hair, mate? I need that for my beard, lol. Key ingredient to this is neglect. Here's a question. I suppose grammatically, yes. Contextually, no. Shit, you're hot. I can agree with you to some degree, pun not intended, because it is boiling in my room. Fire or ice? I would definitely go with ice right now. What would be your ideal Elder Scrolls game? What time, location, races, etc.? I actually don't know. I don't care for its location. The races, of course, I just want them to be appropriate for that location. And time doesn't bother me either. The Elder Scrolls games are always like they're set in a linear pattern. But dude, to me, I don't care. I don't care if the next game's set in the second era. That'd be cool. Holy shit, it's Camel's face. Yeah. It's Jesus. I have risen. You look more like... oh, fuck that name. Joe Quinn Phoenix? Oh, that guy. I don't know how to say his name. Anything? I see a common thread here. Jesus, is that you? Yeah, it's me. Yeah, it's me. And I'm fucking pissed. I'm gonna start calling you Jesus if you grow out a beard and keep the hair. I'm not growing a beard. It's too fucking hot. For a moment, I thought he was Jesus. I suppose it's not the worst person to be mixed up with. He looks like John Silver from Black Sails. John Silver. Jesus, this guy looks fucking pissed, dude. You look like a Khajiit with a moustache preset. No question, just here to say you're fucking hilarious. I was laughing the entire video. That's good. Left-handed elves? Yes, the left-handed elves. The Sinstral elves of Yakuta. Wait, you're lesbian? I wouldn't say yes, I do have some similar interests. Oh, a new one. You look like Jesus. Have you ever played the Mass Effect franchise? Any anticipation / hype for Mass Effect Andromeda? I never have played the Mass Effect games, just haven't played them. Have you ever played a Metal Gear Solid game? Nope. Ever watched Game of Thrones? Good shit. Also, do you ever play modded Skyrim? Can we have a mod list, pretty please? Also, sexy AF HMU. I don't know what that is, but sure. Yes, I watched Game of Thrones. Have I ever played a modded Skyrim? Oh yes. And a mod list, maybe. I'm considering making a mod list video. Although at this point with Skyrim Special Edition and new mods coming out constantly, I'm constantly updating it, so it would change. I've never done a mod video before, and it looks really annoying to do, just from a technical standpoint. So maybe. Jesus! You look like Jesus. 2017 marks the 15th anniversary of Morrowind. Do you think Bethesda will make it available as a free download like they did for Arena and Daggerfall in 2009, when the former turned 15? I don't think Bethesda will do this for Morrowind. I feel like Morrowind was too much of a big seller for them to then just make it free. But they're definitely going to do something, and I'm pretty sure, as I mentioned earlier, that thing that the Elder Scrolls Online is going to be announcing is happening in 5 hours and 10 minutes, which is probably going to be the Vardenfell DLC. So to answer your question, that's what I think they're going to do for the Morrowind's 15th anniversary. Why does your mouth have eyebrows? What's wrong? Jealous? What do you think about MXR, the mod reviewer? I personally love MXR's videos. Some people don't like it because it's pretty sexual content heavy, but I like his stuff and he's a really nice guy. When I went to LA last year for E3, he went out of his way and spent his whole day taking me around LA pretty much. There is an E3 vlog you can watch about that, but although some people don't like his content, I like his content, and in person he's a really nice guy and he went out of his way to be very kind to me and welcoming when I went to LA. I'm supposed to be building the Death Star, but this one rebel keeps stealing my plans. That's my wife. One day, oh. Camel is a Nordered heart, and genetically. Camel, I just wanted to say I appreciate how easy you are to get a hold of compared to other YouTubers of your size. You always seem willing to meet up with your fans in real life, and I've noticed you offer to go to them for inspiration. That's really cool. For my question, could you please give us a run-through of a normal day? Thanks. A run-through of a normal day. Wake up at midday, run through Skyrim for 2 hours while filming something, then edit for 12 hours. In between, there will be some eating. I might see a friend, and then I'll end up going to bed at 6 in the morning, and then I get up at 12 at lunchtime. And the cycle repeats 7 days a week. 365 days of the year. I'm not gay, but this guy is hot.
I'm gay.
Finally, someone else likes Fallout New Vegas, so tired of everyone saying 3 was the best. I actually find more people say Fallout New Vegas is better now. It's almost become like a meme, but yeah, New Vegas is better. You look like Orlando Bloom from the Pirates movies. Thank you. You mentioned you started an online company. What exactly? I used to have an eBay store, and I would buy and sell clothes. Of course, sell them for like 20 times what I bought them for. I saw Opeth live last year at Ozfest. It was an amazing show. I saw them in 2012 at Wacken in Germany, and that was sick. Although it rained, which stunk. Camelworks, have you seen Aussie Men reviews? I have. That thumbnail. Papa bless. Papa bless. The Elder Scrolls rediscussions. They will happen in time. We have, I would say, at least 3 years before The Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, so there's no rush. Red Kiwis plus Ethan plus Jesus equals this guy. Okay, Red Kiwis, I don't know what that is. What the fuck? Okay, that was fucking weird. Jesus has risen, and his name is Camelworks. Jesus, is that you? Sure is, buddy. Zarek is finally getting a shout out. Good old Zarek, I love Zarek. Your thoughts on the Skyblivion mod so far? Love them. Main, my Khajiit. Main. Skyblivion, yeah, I love what those guys are doing. I hope they all get hired by Bethesda. What do you smell like? I am renowned for smelling delicious at all times, and that's not a joke. Come and meet me at a con. Camel, do you watch any sports? And if not, are there any that pique your interests? I don't really watch sports. You know that person you know that has no interest in sports and doesn't understand why anyone gives a fuck about sport? That's me. Sports that I will watch are usually weird ones like jousting, sword fighting. I'll watch the occasional tennis and the occasional random shit of MMA and UFC on YouTube. You would be good looking, AF. As with an S, ass, if you shave the stash. Oh yeah, I see you know stash begins with an S. Fucking AF, go fuck yourself. Anyway, back to the question. You would be good looking if you shaved the stash. Would you ever consider streaming Skyrim/Oblivion/Morrowind and uploading the videos to YouTube like Zarek does? Maybe. It takes so much time. I've only ever attempted one let's play kind of thing before, and it took up so much time and energy doing it. So I mean, never say never, but it's definitely not something I plan on doing. Everything you said about Australia hurt me because it's so true. Went from 21 degrees Celsius to 38 fucking Campbelltown weather. Campbelltown weather stinks. Which state of Australia do you live in? Are you one of those people that think Tasmania is not part of Australia and we're all inbred because being Tasmanian, that sort of stuff annoys me? No, I like Tasmania and I'm from New South Wales. I love the Elder Scrolls Detective. Good. Will you finally cut your hair this year? If you release The Elder Scrolls 6, then I still won't. Haha, you got me into Viltajanta. Congratulations. Well, your voice doesn't match your face, even better. My voice is the voice of an ugly face. You look like Jesus from The Walking Dead. Camel, my home slice. If you have seen Rogue One, what did you think of it? This was my body's natural reaction to Rogue One. Oh god. Yes, my child. And the final question isn't a question at all, like half of the questions in this Q&A, and it is. I love Zarek. I love Zarek too. Zarek's a good guy. He makes Elder Scrolls and Fallout content. Not so much Fallout, more Elder Scrolls. But you should look him up. So that concludes the Q&A for this month. I would like to thank everyone who did ask questions for me to answer in this month's monthly, and if you do have any questions that you would like me to answer, please leave a comment on this video with your question. And just because it takes so long to make these videos, you don't have to put like a 4-sentence explanation of your question. Just make your question 1 sentence. It just makes it so much easier to read and makes these Q&As a bit snappier, you know. But with that, of course, leave your questions. I'll be sure to answer them next month. Oh, I should let you know that on the 1st of March, I'm actually going to Kuala Lumpur for a week, and I'll be back on the 8th. But I should do the March monthly before I leave, so it can go up on the 1st. A reminder, just new content coming this month, and also the Rooster Teeth Expo is this Saturday and Sunday, the 4th and the 5th of February in Sydney's Convention Centre. And if you are going to it, be sure to hit me up on Twitter and we can, I don't know, be like, hey, dude, sup? You know, do something awkward like that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Grab that, boy!